It's amazing that you found your purpose in law enforcement. There's not really many better feelings than feeling that alignment with what you're doing and knowing that you are meant for it. So that's beautiful to hear. Gary, tell us about your law enforcement career.
Well, my first introduction was I grew up in a fairly rough public housing project in Toronto. So there was a lot of interaction with the police in my home and around the neighborhood. And one thing is, there was a lot of negativity towards the police, but I never felt that. When a police officer sitting at my kitchen table dealing with a family issue, whatever it was, I always felt this respect for them that they were trying to help. When I was in high school, I was fortunate enough to get a job working in a hospital emergency room. I was what they used to call an orderly. So when I was working there, I thought, boy, I really want to be a medical doctor. And then for some reason, in the environment I grew up in, I still did very well in school. So the possibility was there. And then something happened. A police officer, Lesley Maitelland, was shot and he was brought into the emergency room and he died. And something happened to me that day because the chief showed up, Harold Adamson, the police officers, the humanity, and the caring. And I thought that was where a spark was lit. I was still telling everybody I was going to be a medical doctor, but the spark was lit. And then one of my friends said, "Hey, they're hiring cadets at the Toronto Police. You want to come down with me?" Because I had a car because I was working, and he wanted to drive. So I drove down with him and had no intention of applying. And the guy looked at me and said, "Listen, we're hiring 19 cadets before the end of the year. Um, how about you?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't know." And he said, "Get over here." Next thing you know, I'm being measured. My eyes are being tested. Some doctors telling me to bend over, and the rest is history. And I'll tell you, you talk about fate or where you should have been, because I have no doubt that's exactly where I should have been. And not only did it change my life, it changed the trajectory of my family path.